What's up, guys? This is Crypto with James talking to you today about Binance, BNB. Now, look, the BNB token I do think should have gains, but there is definitely something that we need to consider, which is the risk associated with Binance at the moment. Because yeah, there should be gains, there really should, but excuse me, the issues that we're seeing that Binance are having right now could negatively impact them. So really want to talk about that. Before I get into it though, if you're new to the channel, guys, or if you've been here before but you can't remember what this spreadsheet is, they're the first 26 coins that I did videos about on this channel. In those videos, I said these cryptos are going to do very well, and I showed everyone I was buying them up. You can see what these coins prices were when I recorded the vids. You can see what these coins hit in terms of price less than 18 months on, and you can see what the profit would have been from $100 into each. And if you had done that 100 into each, that's 26 coins, that's a $2,600 investment. If you just sold 18 months on, and that's what I did, you would have been able to bank 123 grand in profit, which is not bad. Now, as I said, I sold these. I have been buying up new cryptos in this sort of flat market that we're in. I share them with the members on my membership site, copymycrypto.com. So anytime I buy a crypto, I let the members know what it is, the gains I think it can have, the percentage of my money I'm putting in. Anytime I sell a crypto, I let the members know I'm selling a crypto, what percentage I'm selling, and that I'm banking profits. Now, we did put a poll out recently, and we asked people, what's the biggest issue you have in crypto? And overwhelmingly, the answer was not when to bank profits. I do it consistently, so my members do. Now, if you didn't make gains in the last bull cycle, whether it's 20x gains or 30x gains, we did on Copy My Crypto. We had coins that 40x, 50x, 100x. Phantom did nearly 700x gains. So, if you want to copy along, and bear in mind, there is no work for you. You literally just copy and match the profits I do. You can do. Go to copymycrypto.com. Go see what the members achieved in the last bull cycle. Go see what I've said historically. Everything there is public record, so you can verify everything you read and make an informed decision if this is something you're interested in. Making money without working. So go check that out now. Right, BNB. So, BNB is currently priced at $238. Only actually been through, well, technically it's been through 2 bull cycles. But obviously, it didn't actually do anything when it was first launched. It was literally just a discount coin. I actually would say, yeah, no, it was technically knocking about. The thing with BNB, right? Initially, it was a discount token. Then they created the Binance Smart Chain, and we just saw that explosion in terms of price. Now, remember, the BNB token has so much damn utility; it's insane. So we need to run through all of it. So, BNB obviously have the enormous Binance Smart Chain. And this has one of the biggest ecosystems around. You can literally see everything that's associated. And this is just DApp Bay, that you can see all the DApps associated, and there are thousands. I mean, this is absolutely huge. It's absolutely huge. And one of the big pluses of the Binance Smart Chain is it's cheaper than Ethereum. Now, it's worth noting in the last bull cycle there were a number of times where the Binance Smart Chain had fees that were climbing. You know, there's a few times where I spotted it at like $20 and $30. And, you know, part of the reason it was built was to be a nice alternative to Ethereum. That hasn't necessarily played out as well as people would hope, but you know, this is a beast. This is a beast. And then you've got to bear in mind as well that, you know, it fuels the Binance centralized exchange. If you use BNB, you get trading fee discounts. You also, if you use BNB, you can utilize it for the launchpad earn mechanisms and a ton of the different sort of earn features within the platform. Legitimately, there's so many different uses for the BNB token. And realistically, I consistently look at BNB and go, this should. Nice effort. Realistically, this should hit $1,000. If it does hit $1,000 as a price, what are we looking at for a market cap? Really, 155 billion. Yeah, that's very, very high. I don't think that's outlandishly high. It's already at 37 billion now. It's attached to the biggest centralized exchange in the world. It's got the second biggest, or probably third biggest, ecosystem in the world behind Ethereum and probably Chainlink, I would imagine. And it just feels like it should be an inevitability that this hits 1,000. But it is really, really, really worth noting that there are issues right now. So we've got Binance have had to quit the Netherlands after failing to acquire their license. Now, that's not the world's biggest story, but they are having to have these issues have popped up once or twice now. But the bigger thing is obviously to do with, for the love of God. There we go. The bigger thing is to do with what's happening with the SEC. So the SEC have charged Binance, and that Binance's US affiliate fires all their staff, or a ton of their staff. So around 50 people were laid off. However, Reuters has been unable to independently verify this, or the exact number. But basically, the SEC are attacking Binance. And they're saying there's been a web of deception to evade securities laws aimed at protecting US investors. They've said that there were a lot of untoward marketing practices where it was use VPNs so that you can use Binance without having issues, all of this kind of stuff, right? And the SEC actually asked the federal court to freeze Binance's Binance.US's assets, which included more than $2.2 billion held in crypto and $377 million in US dollar bank accounts. Because the SEC expressed concern that the exchange could move these funds offshore. Binance had called the request unwarranted and said the SEC's allegations were unjustified. Two Binance.US employees said on LinkedIn they were leaving the company, with one citing a round of layoffs. Now, again, think what the SEC are trying to do there. Because if they freeze Binance.US's assets, because it's a custodial service, that means they could feasibly end up freezing the assets of everyone that's using the platform. There's risks here. And if Binance continue struggling with attacks from the SEC, if they face huge amounts of litigation, we've seen litigation affect prices on cryptos. Look at XRP recently. XRP has, had last bull cycle had real issues climbing in terms of price because of the price suppression caused by the SEC lawsuit. If this is to happen with Binance, and granted it's only BNB.US, but the SEC are overreaching to an enormous degree, and if they continue doing this, this could be legitimately problematic for Binance. Not necessarily the entire exchange, but certainly the token and the price action of the token. Now, it's always worth noting, look, BNB is a giant. As a token itself is a giant. It fuels the entire Binance Smart Chain. It's how you pay for transactions. So I'd be very surprised, to be honest, if it doesn't climb in price. I still feel like $1,000 is probably going to happen, but you've got to be aware that, look, the SEC are being, Gary Gensler's a dickhead. He's a dickhead. And he's causing issues for the market. if Binance get damaged by this, it wouldn't surprise me, particularly if they lost a lawsuit with the SEC or with the US government. It wouldn't surprise me to start seeing the EU, countries in the EU, doing the same thing and taking Binance to court. And if that again happens, then price suppression would be pretty dramatic. So it's worth noting that, you know, this is quite possibly a chain reaction thing, and we see a domino effect. So I still think it should hit $1,000, but there's definitely a risk here. And I don't necessarily think it's a great investment because that's only a 4x anyway. And the risk here is that the price suppression caused by potential lawsuits could be dramatic. And there's just better options out there, I think. What do you guys think? Could you see a chain reaction being set off if they were to lose a lawsuit with the SEC? Or if they were to just pay him off? Do a sort of Michael Jackson and pay him off without admitting that they did anything wrong? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And if you are a returning viewer or you're a new viewer, hit the subscribe button. You're going to get information on this channel you don't get anywhere else. You're also going to get perspectives that actually make you think and give you some good insight. And the videos are going to make you money, so don't miss them. And guys, look, if you want to make gains in crypto, but you don't know where to start, you don't know how to bank profits, you're not doing it consistently, or you just frankly didn't get 20 or 30x across your portfolio last bull cycle. I did on copymycrypto.com. I had coins at 50x, 60x, 100x. Phantom did nearly 700x gains. Remember, no one was talking about Phantom. And I do all the work. I literally dive into coins every day. I find the coins that I like. I let the members know when I'm buying. They can copy along. I let the members know when I'm selling and banking profits. They can copy along, and as a result, they don't make the mistake of not banking profits. Now, if this sounds good to you, go to copymycrypto.com. Go see what the members all achieved in the last bull cycle. Go see what I've said in the past. You can verify everything, by the way, because it's all public record. It's all on the history of this YouTube channel. And you can make a decision if this is something you're interested in. Making gains without doing any work. Couldn't be easier, guys. So go check that out, and I'll see you all soon. Take care. Bye-bye.